Hello everyone. Today it is time to talk about writing, and I want to talk about how to tackle being stuck basically and feeling like basically writer's block. There's a lot of opinions on writer's block. Some people think that it's not like real, that you can't really have a writer's block. And I kind of, looking at it now, I feel like there are multiple kinds. Like, there's the kind where you're just like tired or lazy or, things like that. And then you have like writer's block in the sense that you just need a break or maybe you just need to push yourself to start writing or something like that. But the thing that I've kind of been feeling is that I feel like there's a wall in front of me, like there's a wall blocking me from writing and creating anything. And I literally have been feeling blocked. And I think that when it gets really bad like that, where you feel like you cannot reach the art anymore, you need a break. You need a break. That is one thing. But for me, I have been on a break for so long, and I'm like, that's not what I need anymore. So if you have not been really taking a break, then that is definitely something that you probably need. And I understand that it can be frustrating and you don't want to not write for a long time, but we need breaks. We seriously need breaks so much more than we think. And there's nothing wrong with taking a break. It doesn't mean that you're a bad writer. It doesn't mean you can't be successful. You just need a break. It's completely okay. We all need a break. I think it's really important to take breaks regularly, but a lot of us don't manage to do that, and then we burn out, and then we need a bit of a longer break than we might like. But I swear it will be beneficial, and even when you're not writing, you are still learning, you are growing in different parts of your life, and maybe you're still reading and developing your writing through that. And so just take it easy and take a break when you really feel like you need it. Today, I kind of want to chat about how to burst through the wall separating us from art. And I just wrote a poem after not being able to write poems for a while. So I just didn't basically write anything last year, and the only thing that I was actually capable of writing the majority of the year was poetry, because I just let it like flow out of my heart, and it was natural. I didn't force it. I just poured my heart out onto the page, and that was it. But the thing with writing is that I have been trying to force myself into it. And lately, in the past 2 months, I've been feeling like that with poetry a little bit as well. And I do think that there is some mental and emotional thing happening with me that is stopping me from writing the poems. But I think the main thing is that we need to relax, and we need to not force it, and we need to remember that we don't have to do this. So I have learned that I'm an extreme person when it comes to hating when I have to do something. So if there's something I feel like I have to do, I despise every second of it. And it disgusts me to a really high level sometimes, and I can't control it. And I think that's kind of happened with writing. That I just felt like I had to write, and it didn't feel right, and I kept trying to force myself into it, but I just needed a break. But then it just was a complete mess. You cannot force it. One big thing is also the project that you're working on. So I don't want to mess anyone's plans up or anything, but I think most of us have multiple projects that we want to work on that are all in different stages. And when it comes to me, I have a lot of books planned, but there are a few that are much more developed that I know the plot for, and I might have already started the first draft and stuff like that. And I was kind of trying to force myself to write the thing that I thought was the smartest. And yes, it is definitely the best if we can follow both our heart and our brain in basically every situation. So if the book that we want to write the most is also kind of the smartest to write, that is obviously the best scenario, but it's not always the case. So I was trying to push myself into writing a book that was really difficult to tackle, and it just did not feel right for me. It did not feel right, and it was just bad, and I didn't know how to fix it, and it was super overwhelming. I felt like I couldn't fix it. It was just a lot. And then I didn't write anything else because I felt like I couldn't fix that book, but I also had it set in my mind that I could not work on anything else. And then I realized, like, clearly this is not working. I am not figuring this out. I am not making any progress. So, like, if we're not making progress with one project we feel like we should be working on, it is always better to maybe rethink that and have a look at other possibilities. So, there was another book that I really, really wanted to write, and I knew the character really well, and I just like loved the thought of writing it. And then for NaNoWriMo, I started working on that project, and I wrote 20,000 words after not writing anything all year. Cause suddenly I didn't like force myself into it. I was just working on a book I was excited about. It didn't feel like I had to. It just went so smoothly, and I was like, holy shit, I could have done this like earlier on, which I don't regret it. But you know, like, if you just don't feel good about your writing right now, if you feel stuck and you feel blocked and it feels wrong to be working on the book you're working on, it doesn't mean you should drop that book forever, but maybe it's not the right time to work on that right now. You should maybe work on something else that will be better for you right now. And that's kind of what I have figured out now. I know that I want to fix that book. I know that I want to come back to it. And I actually thought that now it was time for me to work on it. And I kind of got excited because I love the book and it made me happy to think about it again after a while. But I haven't written anything for a while. I'm out of practice and just have not been feeling the best about writing for a while now. And so I was like, is it really the best for me to work on a project that is really overwhelming and requires so much work? And the answer was no. It's still not the right time. And so I'm working on a different book that I'm starting the first draft of. I have gotten many new ideas to fix the plot. It is the one that I worked on for NaNoWriMo, and I loved working on it. But the thing was that like there was some like a big part of the plot didn't work, and I knew that something wasn't working and I didn't know what. But now I figured it out. I had like the light bulb moment, and everything just like became clear, and I knew what the book needed. And for that, I just needed time. And I took some time off from writing again, and I have been reading like crazy, and I've just been trying to like focus on other aspects of my life. And now I figured it out, and I'm super excited to work on this book, and I actually think that it's gonna be fucking amazing, and I'm so excited to work on it. And I might actually finally be able to go back to writing thanks to this. And so what I'm trying to get to is if you feel blocked and everything feels wrong, ignore your brain completely and follow your heart. I'm like a big heart advocate, like no matter what, like always follow your heart. But I also understand in a lot of cases it's really important to follow our brain alongside our heart. But when everything feels wrong, our brain can't help us. That's what I believe. It might not work for everyone, but I really believe that, and I can feel how right this book feels. Like, you know, there's a lot that goes into writing. Like, we are so affected by like the things happening in our life and little things that we run into. Literally, like one random encounter with a stranger can create a whole book idea or like a whole plot twist idea, or like, you know, it can change so much. And so sometimes it's just not the right time to work on a book, and that doesn't mean that there's like anything that you're doing wrong. Doesn't mean that the book is wrong. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be working on it. Like, doesn't mean you should never write it. It just means maybe it's not the right time for it right now. Take things easy and be kind to yourself and be patient with yourself. I'm begging you. Like, I have gotten frustrated because it's been taking me so long to get back into the swing of things when it comes to everything. I literally like have been trying to put my life together for a year. A fucking year. And I'm still a total disaster. Like, I'm still not able to like film as much and as well as I would like. I'm not able to write as much as well as I would like. I'm not doing anything well in my life right now. But I'm just trying to take things one step at a time. I'm trying to remember that every tiny bit of progress counts. No matter what it is, we focus on really big goals a little too much, and we forget to celebrate the tiny successes as well. So celebrate the tiny little steps of progress that you make. Be kind to yourself throughout the whole journey, and just try to follow your heart and pay attention to how you feel. If something doesn't feel right, then it's not right. Sometimes we just need time, and it is frustrating, but I seriously, it's gonna be like worth it in the end. It's going to work out, cause like not writing for a year, it's like so much time that like I could have written an entire book, and it can be super frustrating to think like that. But again, like I read so many books, and I used to be terrible, like, hear me out. I used to be terrible at writing, like writing itself. The words, the sentences, the language. I was terrible at it. The thing is, everything that we are bad at, we can get better at. That is one thing. Literally, with practice, you can get better at anything. And like, sure, maybe talent is like a part of certain things in life, but everything can be improved with hard work. And a lot of the time, like, the hard work is like the most important. And so if you are bad at writing, if your writing is bad, you can always get better at it. We just need to keep trying. And so my writing was trash, but I forgot that like with practice it can actually get better. So but also not only that, like that you can get better as you write, but seriously, I know everyone says that we should read and stuff. And like I started reading, like definitely not at the beginning of when I started writing, because I started writing like when I was like technically like 11, and I started really reading a lot when I was 15. And so when I was 15 and 16 and 17, my writing was terrible, and I just, I just needed to read and write more. And yeah, and I did. And now, like, after reading so many books, even though I haven't written anything, my writing, I feel like it's honestly better than it's ever been, which is like insane to say. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect by any means. Obviously, it's not like exceptional, but it is not bad at all, and it is definitely better than it was before. And so I still like got better just because I was reading, and so that is something I really highly recommend. If you feel really stuck in writing and you feel like you shouldn't really be working on any writing project right now, it just doesn't feel right, it's a mess, then that's completely okay. But I really recommend you to read a lot, because it's fun, it's wonderful, it's amazing, it's relaxing, it's the best thing ever. But at the same time, it will help you grow as a writer, while, like, you don't have to make any effort. You just need to enjoy reading the books that you're reading. And along the way, you will like notice things subconsciously, and you will get better as a writer. It will also inspire you, and it might help you with the issues you currently have with your writing. It could give you ideas. It can help you so much. And so please just read read a lot, even if you're not struggling with writing. Reading is so freaking wonderful. And yes, so I hope this video made sense. I did not plan any of this. I just wanted to chat about it, and hopefully it helped you out. And I'm going to try to go write, and we'll see how it goes. I do want to start making writing vlogs again. It's just because I've been a mess. I haven't really been actually able to do that. But tiny steps, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more videos like this. I will hopefully start making weekly writing Wednesday videos, meaning videos about writing every Wednesday, and then hopefully 2 book videos along the side of that, which probably won't happen every week because still I'm a mess, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that's it. Good luck with writing and absolutely everything. Please, again, be kind to yourself and be patient, and that's gonna be it. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!